Mine comes up because I felt peaceful. It was a very peaceful. So yeah, stillness just works with that with me. And awareness of being peaceful about it. Just aware of being still in the peace. Yeah, for me that is everything right now. I know I'm using that word again, but it's so good because it is everything. Everything is everything now. It's become something to nothing to something to everything. Okay. So it did come from something, right? And it definitely came from nothing. Trust me. But when you get to the everything, okay, that's weird. That's weird. Like right now, well, it's quite something. But then it turns into nothing. So it's okay. And that's the beauty of that. Yeah. So thank you. Then my word will be peaceful in the stillness of awareness. And if that's not magic, I don't know what is it business. 40. I have to say, yeah. I don't have to. Just what's coming up. I like that, that you don't have to do anything anymore. There's no have to's. It's just what's coming up for you in that moment. Yeah. It's a good place, yeah, to be in. Of awareness, I mean. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Thanks.
So the stillness and awareness. It's like we took that moment to just experience it.
Yeah. That's it.
And the question came like, oh, what? The question was, what do I be aware of? And it took me back to the old self that had to, right, Nikki?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what would I, if I was beginning my journey, what would I be aware of?
Oh, yeah. It's life-changing.
And starting out, it's just focused on the words, nothing more than awareness, and just
right now,
what could come up, what could be there about awareness. So in this stillness, just a focusing, being aware.
Yeah.
And then asking, oh, is it peaceful? Is it still? It being my mind, my thoughts, because their feelings can't change that quick, but our thoughts can. They say we get a new one and they're never new, but we get a new one every 6 seconds.
Wow. I love that.
And 95% of them are the same thought.
Oh, hello. Anyone home there? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so good that you said that. Yes. Very good, of awareness. Very good.
And I think there's probably 6 I don't know a number. It's probably, I can't say it, but there's 6 things in those 95%, you know, there's 6 thoughts that are a general theme, it appears. Maybe
Mm.
only 3. But there's not very many is my point.
So what is this? What 3 are these? Or
I think
6?
they're different for everyone in their circumstances and their condition. I think
Is it a thought, you mean? A thought? Is it things that you think about? What is it? What is this? What is this?
it
Yes, what
appears
is
to be
that?
a blend. Let me see if I can get to it.
Yes, okay.
The root of it is the core wounding.
Yeah. That is, yeah. Because that's the thing. We always go on the negative.
Yes.
We're always looking what's wrong with us and with others
Yep.
in the world. I mean, that's what it is. And yeah, that's where you focus on that. Then it expands. And then we want to know why we can't get out of it. But it takes the
Yes.
thought. It takes that thought
Mm.
of awareness, of being still and saying, what are you choosing here? And this is okay to be sad. It's okay to be the angry. It's okay to feel wounded. It's okay to feel sorry for yourself. All of these are okay. But unfortunately, what we focus on will expand. And when we're in that moment, that is our reality. That's your world you're living in.
Mm.
And whatever you're projecting, you're going to project it out to others, and others are going to feel that. And you want to know why you're isolated and no one wants to talk to you. No, literally, I mean, they're scared of you, basically, because, yeah, you're ready to bite their head off. Yeah. So this is why the choice comes I feel that thought that we all should really, and I don't say all in the sense of telling, but suggesting that is a choice. There you go, boom, in between the spaces, boom, right there, the response and the pause, you get to choose right there, and that is the power to choose, to keep choosing and keep choosing and keep choosing. And for me, choosing peace is one of the best things I think you can possibly have in life, is to have peace. And that's the choices.
That was delicious.
Yeah, it was. It was a mouthful there. I gotta tell you, it was quite delicious. Yeah, to really to acknowledge that, it's quite something. There we go.
Yep, and nothing you just said was true.
I don't know what that means. You have to go a little further in that statement, because it was a statement. So you need to draw what you want to draw out of that. So what is your perspective of that?
My input would be, Craig, that you could say that nothing of that is true for you
Yeah, this is maybe
at this point
No,
in time.
no, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I said nothing.
Okay.
Nothing what you just said was true.
Yes, and you're in a community with people that are finding out their own truth. And so you don't come in my opinion, you don't come in with a statement like that at a point like this.
Mm-hmm.
It is true for you. It is where you are in your body mind, not where the other person was.
Well, let me ask this. What's your intention, Craig, with that statement?
bring awareness to what was speaking.
Okay. And so what makes it not true?
The energy in the story.
How so?
It's a good story.
Oh, I completely, oh, okay. I guess so it was the energy was off.
The story started with judgment.
Of
That a wounding is negative.
I heard it was okay.
Yeah, I heard it was okay too, but the story started out stating that the wound was negative.
Okay, I'm going to back to my beautiful morning. Thank you so much, Jessie.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Allison. Have a great day.
Alison, sweetheart.
Thank you,
I'll stay
Allison.
I'll stay in your stillness and awareness. Two very powerful words.
Oh, let's ask Nikki. Nikki, what was your intention of sharing?
Oh, it's just following through with the words of the day. And I think with hearing is one thing, but people see, but they don't really hear. So the hearing wasn't about going negative or positive. It was going into knowing that the thoughts that we say to ourselves are basically 95% of the time are the same. And that is not change. That is staying stuck in your head. And so when you have that, you can only repeat on the same. You cannot repeat on anything that's different. So you can't experience anything different.
There we go. Thank you. That was what I got. That's what I needed. So I oriented with Nikki as that was serving people who want to find stillness, awareness, and peace.
There's it. Yeah.
I chose to join her and support her in that.
Thanks.
And I understand there is no truth. So you're right.
True.
I will acknowledge it was a negative statement.
It wasn't a negative statement either. It was a statement.
I haven't heard a positive one yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't a positive one either.
Expanding? Is that a better word?
It was a statement.
Expanding or limiting? Expanding or limit. I can make up expanding or limited, and I did.
Neither one.
That's false. That's bullshit. That's fighting. I don't want it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Limiting, fighting. I want expansion. So does Allison.
Mm.
That's why she left. That's not peaceful.
Mm. Mm. And we go back to the energy. The energy was off. If you want to put it very bluntly, the energy was off. That's, I can resonate with that one.
And that's a good, it is when it's
It-
a
it
great
was off.
place to pull apart resistance. Yes. So that's, it was,
Yeah.
Nikki. I felt I had it.
Mm.
Um,
It's nothing
It-
personal.
and
It's just
off
awareness.
is a good term for it.
Personal. It's nothing personal. It's awareness that we're talking about the 3 words that we just announced now. And those are the 3 words that we are actually just breaking apart of acknowledging. What is the energy behind that word? But when you come into an atmosphere of allowing to say that the energy was off, then that's a negative. Just that is a negative. So when you say what is negative and positive, it's either other, but it's just of awareness of saying, what is that?
So it's true for you this morning, Craig.
It's the label that destroys it.
Well, then what could expand it?
See that the story started with a statement that
We've moved on. I think that's
no,
a
we
move
haven't
on
moved
part.
on. We're talking about the
Could you-
same stuff. The story started with a statement that had fight in it. It had fight energy in it. It had adversarial
No,
conflict
sorry.
in it.
I'm going to voice it out now. No, it wasn't. No, it absolutely wasn't.
Mine did,
100% no.
Nikki. Mine did, Nikki.
No,
My
but mine
starting
didn't.
point.
I
I
know,
know.
I know what Craig is trying to say, because he thinks that there was a statement that he also said yesterday that I had a fighting spirit for 4 months and I had a resistance, and my breakthrough of having to let go of that. So I know where the energy is coming from. I hear that and I see it and I feel it. But this was not a fighting spirit. This was not hostility. We had
I'm
Alison
talking about the
on
spirit.
we having, yeah, because your spirit right now is trying to domineer. It's domineering right now. It's bringing a very dark, domineering part in you. And right now, I see it. I didn't take it personally. I'm here still on the call. I have not taken myself off the call. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm very present with you. So just honor that. Honor that I'm still here and I'm very present. I like the word you said, Jesse, about expansion of growth. Expansion of growth.
Thank you, Nikki. It's
No, thank you.
yeah,
No, it's okay. I'm saying goodbye. If somebody's passing me by, she knows me. She thought I was talking to her, and I said, no, I want to call.
oh man, it's been a long time since we've used this one. So what's the role we've been playing?
That's a good one. Yeah, what is the role? Eh? Can you collaborate a little bit on the role part? Like, you mean in personality, or what role in our lives, or what is that?
So I'll put the time frame on in the focus of what we're working. So let's work that judgment statement. And then Nikki was speaking of a judgment statement from that perspective. I shared my role. I shared my role of what I was, all right, so I'll go. Nikki's role was serving, like coaching would be a word for it, as close as I could get to it, of helping listeners be aware of where they are, where she was.
Amen.
From that perspective. So through that, speaking where she is now. As we were speaking of what are those words, how do we work with those words today compared to 6 months ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever.
And the meaning of it, even
Yeah.
the meaning of the word. Yeah. How it can actually literally like help you to decide in your thought pattern how you want to feel.
That's right. Because more than likely, people that are ahead of us don't need to listen to this.
No, exactly.
So it's for those that are behind us.
Yeah. But I also think even if somebody does listen to something and they're not 100% understanding, it's still they're still getting it because they're listening in their, it's basically going into their unconscious, being unconscious. So that's the beauty of when you see how people are and where they are by their behavior of showing up, even if they don't know, they're still showing up. So it's a little by little, your growth is growing unconsciously, consciously knowing that when it does drop in, you go, oh, I got it now. I got it. I know what that really means. Or for me to be able to follow through in my behavior, in my way of thinking, how I want to treat people, how I want to treat myself, what I'm choosing, what results and goals and all kinds of adventurous things that you can experience through others, through yourself. Yeah. So yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah. I love the journey of it. Yeah. I can see the journey now. It's really, really interesting.
So I was listening as I was being coached.
I guess.
And
that's an honor.
Coach is a bad word, right? Because it was.
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad word because a coaching is a vehicle just taking somebody to the next destination.
Yeah.
That's what a coach means.
Yeah, guiding there. I'll find the guide or the conductor.
I like guiding. Yeah, guiding. Guide. Yeah, I like the guiding part.
So I was allowing myself to be guided. There we go.
Me too, Jesse.
That was my role.
That's my role. Oh my God, that was good. That's good unpacking. Because I was thinking, like, yeah, how's this gonna go down? Because I'm thinking, yeah. And then it just like, you see what I mean? How it comes around, yeah. So when it comes around, like that's just perfect. Like that is like perfect analyzing something into like nothing into something to everything. Because right now, I got that. It's like so obvious. That was your
And
role.
and I
I was
can
interested.
find it's if I can't the intention will always reveal the role.
Yes. The intention. Yeah.
And so
The
that's where
intention.
contraction and expansion matters.
Wow. This is wow.
That's just my
Yeah.
playbook.
I like your playbook. I'm coming to play in your playbook. Coming to play in your playbook. Oh, I like what I hear and like what I see, but most of all, I like how I feel. And you're gonna take it away, baby. Can't take it away. That's the beauty. You can't take it away. Just that's it. Once you know it, you got it. Nothing, no one, anything can take it away. Yeah. Thank you. That was very, very, very well said. Yeah. I feel it's nice to be able to like early in the morning, the early bird catches the early worm. I'm just thinking that now. I'm just saying out loud what I'm thinking. Early bird catches the early worm, baby. That's right. Get up, get up, get over yourself, get up, get over it. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Oh, it's nice that I'm not alone at this time of the morning. I've got people running here looking fabulous. I got children, dogs, everybody's running. Somebody's having lovely breakfast here next to me. Fantastic.
See, they're all fulfilling a role.
They're all filling their role, baby. Here comes a beautiful couple holding hands. I'm telling you, it's love everywhere here. It's beautiful love.
And the intention shapes it.
Yeah, it's just,
We're not always aware. That's fine.
yeah.
That's where choice comes in. So
There's it. Yeah.
in reflection, we can ask, what was our role?
I love that. I just like that's just like right now, that is just, yeah, I'm very interested about that. Like, because that's so good. And it's a good question to ask yourself, like, what role are you playing now? It's so cool.
Because
So I'm gonna let
that's
that think.
that becomes the label, and you can only be aware in the label.
Oh my God, Jesse, this is gold hair. This is like I'm here with gold now around my neck. I feel it. Like, wow. Yes, Jesse, you got it. That's it. Oh my God. Like the role of a parent, right? The role of a parent, right? Can you say that? Because you're playing a role of a parent, right? To your child. Yes. That's a
Not in
role,
this
right?
moment. Not in this moment. I'm
No,
not.
but I'm talking in roles, like acknowledging your role in your life.
Yes.
Because we have roles, right? We have like roles of being a mother, roles of being a partner, roles of being, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm
let's just
talking
get
about
define the role.
yeah, good.
But you say what?
I'm looking at what is the next moment's role, and we can look
Yeah,
back to
there's it.
since the beginning of the call, as my intention is to be on the call, and I can, look from an equal point of view. So it's like, what is my role in equal?
Yes.
What is my role in genius? What is my role in yes and?
Yes.
And
like
by
that.
whatever way, that to me wraps up awareness.
My. That's it. Yeah.
That's my
Wow.
playbook.
Oh, I like this playbook. I really like this playbook. Let me tell you. I can play in this playbook.
Thank you. And those that show up do. Yeah, it works with them.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I used to love playbooks. You know what playbooks in South Africa meant for me? Yeah. Coloring in. We could color it in with crayons. It was so much fun. I remember. So much fun.
Mine was all of the offensive plays for football.
Football. Yeah.
All right, Craig, back to you.
More practice.
Is there really ever any more? Like more practice of what? Who has to practice?
All of us have to practice.
All of us. And practice what? Would we practice?
That's the question.
Oh. Sounded like a statement. And from what role?
It was more of a question from I don't know.
Cool. It's labeled, it's so focused, it gives a direction. Because what matters when we speak is what people make up. And that's why listening's so important. From my playbook. I'll just pull apart the words. More practice. Great words. Means we're already doing a practice. We just need to do more of it. Which one is that? Which one? There's a better term for it. Which one could it be? That's me practicing. What am I practicing? My awareness of the words I use. Are they relaying the message that I intend? And in the assessment of that is that my truth every moment? Don't ask that question. I feel it. And I have to talk to do that. Which means I have to label things. I have to limit things, but it doesn't mean my speaking has to be limited. And it's so delicious when what I've said is listened, and then what people listen have say it back so that I can listen it. That is delicious. Which is the intention of the word I used. And I honor that. That is huge. That is the greatest gift there is. Again, from my playbook.
Oh, that's very
From my
powerful.
my
Very
point of view.
powerful. Yeah. What was the greatest? You say I heard it, but to say it one more time, the greatest gift. What is the greatest gift in your in your playbook? What was it?
When
You said it.
I'll put it my words, the demonstration of it today, Nikki, was when you spoke around
Yes.
awareness and focus, and when I said that was delicious.
And
It was delicious.
Yeah, it really was.
We've talked about that. We've like focused on that.
Yes.
We've
But I love when you said you can. That is what you feel. This is what you feel. Yeah. Because your words can be limited, but you don't have to be limited. Yeah.
yes.
And I like that because what I like about that is it's very good. Yeah. Oh, this is also what I wanted to say about the feeling when you said about this is because you feel it, And that came early this morning, I felt that a lot of times I see, I hear, but now I thank God that I can feel it. That's the difference. That's become very much awareness, and in my stillness and with having so much peace that I can feel it now. I feel it. So that's the part that I am very grateful for. this morning.
Yeah. I think that's part of the wounding, that's part of
Yeah,
our childhood wounding
of course,
and it's different for everyone. It's different for
of
everyone.
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
But I mean, there has to be a truth somewhere.
Oh, absolute. Yeah.
And I don't think we find the truth in a limitation, in a
Oh,
constriction,
yes.
in a
There's it.
restriction,
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
negative.
yeah, yeah. Or
Nor
if you
do I
want to use
think
it
we
in,
ever find it
mm,
from
yeah,
that point of view.
yeah, it's a low vibration. It's
Um,
vibrational. This is what we're vibing on. It's our vibration. I mean, it's either low or high. I mean, but you can get neutral. I mean, but I'm saying when you low, then you low, baby. Then your energy is like deplete. It's shut.
So
You don't even have to open your mouth.
well,
Being
I think we
no, honestly,
do. I mean, I think
no,
we
but
do.
even your presence will tell your actual
Yeah,
energy of coming into a presence. You don't even sometimes you don't even need to speak. People pick up on that and they can feel it. This is what
yeah,
they're getting into awareness of understanding, because a lot of people don't really know what they know. So they feel it. And now that they're feeling it, they can put a word to it. And
yeah.
that word means something to them, because it keeps them then in a thought pattern that they can behave
Mhm.
in harmony, being peaceful, having joy, having love. These are the things that we need to really allow ourselves to be in.
Yeah.
And to feel. You don't have to have a big thing to come into your life to feel happy or have joy or be grateful.
Uh, uh, to experience it, to
Yeah,
experience joy, to
yeah,
experience
isn't it? Wow.
peace, to experience
Yeah,
calm. It's not the feeling like that we speak about, that feeling, but it's the experience of it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you got to
And that's
emotionally
only
also
done,
feel it.
that's only done by feeling it.
Exactly. You have to feel it in your heart. You're feeling it. Oh my God, Jesse, you're on something. Because this morning, like, I'm on the water. I'm very blessed to be on the water. But there was a whole different experience I experienced this morning. I felt like it was the first time I've ever saw it. I was at awe. I was amazed. I couldn't, at just the beauty of it. My God. I wanted to tell somebody next to me, look. But it's that's explosive. It just feels good, It feels good. Yeah, it feels good, eh?
So I'll wrap up. My more practice is
Mm-hmm.
speaking and listening for expansion.
Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For expansion, which is yes, and for genius,
Yes,
greatness, and gifts, and for
yes.
equal.
Oh my God, that's like melted chocolate right there. I just got melted chocolate now. Melted, melted chocolate. Oh my God, it's sweet and rich, tasty, ready to take on and enjoy. I gotta tell you, That's a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece right here.
In
God,
the
it doesn't
most
get better than
fundamental,
this.
in the most fundamental actions we can be as humans in roles with each other is to speak and listen.
Who are you? Who are you, man? I tell you. That's it. What an honor. What an incredible honor.
Authentically alive. That's
Wow, what an honor. Yeah,
authentic living. The
that's it.
playbook for authentic living, I guess.
That's
I know.
right. That's right.
That's
right.
mine.
Oh, that's mine. I come in alignment with that. That's so good. Like right now, my body's ready for everything. Saying thank you. Thank you.
And I couldn't do it alone.
Looking out. Looking out. Well, I'm heading into my building now, and I'm going to take my girls upstairs. I want to thank you this morning. It was wonderful. Blessing, a beautiful day. And yeah,
Thanks,
much
Nikki. Have a
appreciated.
great rest of the day. Thanks for
Cheers.
peaceful.
Oh, yes. Bye, Craig.
Yeah, have a good day, Nikki. Stay in your buzz.
So that's my more practice. How's it going today, Craig?
It's interesting. So I just gotta unpack that now that there's some silence.
There's a place to practice, yes.
Yeah.
Well, here, that's the awareness in it, is that, oh, I need the silence to unpack it. You don't with practice.
Yeah. And I experienced I experienced a space where it became really difficult to hear, which surprises me, actually.
That's all internal, by the way.
Yeah. What I was wanting to hear was was peacefulness expressing itself.
Would you have known you had that in silence?
What's that?
Would you have known you had that in silence?
Not necessarily, but I know I would have recognized the expression.
Did it have to have silence to notice it then? Something about silence.
No.
So it wasn't peaceful.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. Yeah.
Could it have been peaceful? Like
Sure,
the way that it went
course.
was
Uh,
well, the way that it went down, could that be called? Could you see that as peaceful?
no.
No way at all.
No.
Why not?
Because it didn't start with peaceful energy.
Where did it start then? When did it start? I don't know. For my learning, so I can pick up on that because I didn't see it there. But
Yeah.
there's something about peaceful. There's a wire crossed with peaceful.
Can you expand on that a little bit?
That's what I'm trying to unpack.
Yeah.
The point is always, it's like, so creators always look for a room that there can be a could.
Yes.
Mhm. And right now, working like with you in our conversation, there's no room for you as a powerful creator to say that that was peaceful. Now, that is only yours,
no,
right?
no,
That's only yours. That is
no,
no one
because
else's.
we're looking back at an experience.
No, which you validated with, you said, no, that was not peaceful.
No, I said I didn't sense any peaceful energy in it,
And
I was looking for it.
was it yours, theirs, or both?
Both.
Okay. Good. And so when it's both, where do we start?
We go back to the beginning.
We go back to ours.
Well, no, we go back to the beginning.
Yeah, we do. Well, I asked who's resistant, whose energy was it? Like who was off? And the answer was both.
No, that's not the question I heard. What I meant to say was that the space was occupied by something other than peaceful.
Good. Whose space?
The space.
Let's speak to it. Whose space? And I don't need a name. It was like mine or theirs.
No,
Or
no,
both.
the space. the joint space. The
Good.
space we were all occupying.
Good. So then how do we assess where the energy is coming from that point of view? Because it's coming through you, right? I mean, that's the only way it comes. Best I can tell, it only goes
Yeah.
through me. It only goes through me. It's like a filter, right? It only goes through me. That's why I find that question so powerful, because it's always me. From the starting position.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
And then when
This
I
is-
can
this
say,
is
well,
quite
is it really
enlightening.
me? Is it really me? I get, then the intuition can say yes or no, it's you or not. Otherwise, it's the ego that's in the way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, here's what I'm coming to see right now is that I wanted to hear peacefulness express itself, and the space became occupied.
Yeah, yeah.
There wasn't room for it.
The word that comes to me is the expectation then.
So why do we shut off the space with our own on the space for our own inspiration then?
I don't know that I truly can know the meaning of that question, the source of it.
Okay.
Is one, I don't think we are aware that we do it, because if we were aware, we wouldn't do it, but it's just a habit that we do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a pattern in there.
Biggest one I can see is expectation. In a way, I want it to go a certain way, and I'm disappointed when it doesn't.
Yeah, but that was my perspective on it.
Which meant it was your expectation.
Well, it was more like a hope,
Your
because I
hope.
saw an opportunity. See, what I heard was a wound telling a story. I didn't hear peacefulness expressing itself. And that was a choice. A choice to fill the space with that story.
Mm-hmm. And that was and so here, let's just play it out. What if that could be their version of peaceful?
So here's what's coming to me. I thought we established what peaceful was there in the last 2 days.
So you
Guess
did.
not.
I mean, you did. Learning doesn't happen in 2 days.
Well, yeah. And in the meantime, we're observing the rocking chair. And I get this because I observed my own for many, many months.
And you're not out of the rocking chair.
Well, not completely, no.
No one is. No one ever is out of the rocking chair.
So that was the question I was asking. Why do we stifle our own inspiration?
Or, I mean, that assumes that we do. Only looking back can we make that assessment.
Yeah. Well,
And then that says, well, it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to, which then becomes an expectation.
yeah.
I mean, it's the rocking chair, right?
Yeah.
We have to look at what was presented. That's why words matter. What was presented in the moment as the truth, as a little t truth,
Yeah.
as peaceful. And people that present it then can come back and say, oh, was that my version of peaceful? They have to do it.
Yeah.
Which means you do your version of peaceful. Oh, that wasn't peaceful for me. Great. How would I guide into peaceful? And you practiced one today.
Yeah.
Were you satisfied with it?
Say again.
Were you satisfied with your practice? Because you
No,
got
I'm
feedback.
disappointed.
Well,
To be honest.
Yeah. Well, it's important to know where the disappointment is.
Well, let's put it this way. I was hoping I could direct peacefulness energy into the space, and it it didn't happen.
More practice, right? That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
feedback.
Well,
That's all it is feedback.
Well, like I said, more practice.
So did you add to it or did you take away from peaceful?
I added to it.
Good.
But it became difficult to hear, and and difficult to tell that I added to it. It became difficult to discern whether it had whether the peacefulness had expanded or not. Couldn't really tell in the moment, in real time. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Because here's an interesting thing. What I'm coming to realize is that that the capacity to assess in real time, assess is not the right word, but the capacity to discern, to sense energies in real time is it's something that I'm learning. And it takes lots of practice.
Without a doubt,
You know,
a lot of mistakes, if you want to call them that, but it's it's like it's feedback, right? We're trying to listen to the feedback.
Yeah.
And the best way I've seen to see it is we all want expansion, yet we're all conditioned to give limitations. So as we listen, we can listen for words, we can listen for tones, we can listen for those are the words, the tones, the intention, the role, and all of those in our listening. Are we making them up? Because it's all how it's running through our filter.
You said, are we making them up?
We are. We
Yes.
as the filter are making them. We
Yes.
make up what we say. We make up everything is all made up from nothing. It creates into something, which means all of that comes into one, and it's not always what we mean or intend or want to produce.
Yeah.
That's what working together helps each other see their filter, because we all have to see our own filter to change it. No one else can do it
the
for
filter's
us.
the last thing we're going to see.
Yeah, exactly. We are the closest to it, and we are always the filter. You are your filter. I am my filter, and that's always if
they're the Coke bottle glasses. Can't get off.
And it's hard to come and say is like you're the one that's always making this shit fucked up, because I mean it's true.
Yeah.
Each of us are, right? Each of us in our own way do it. And for the reason why is always different, because whatever feedback is needed. I mean, you think it's like to have we work to have the tightest intention that is the loosest.
Well said.
And yes, and right, you like the expansive words do that. Not from an intention standpoint, but if we think about it from that model, I mean, from the creative structure.
Well, and focus on expansive things too, like the focus on peacefulness.
Yeah, yeah, expansive,
You know,
peaceful
the
is
fruit of that
expansive.
can be enormous, could be.
Mhm, mhm. Mhm.
That's the opportunity I was talking about. And the rocking chair is expansion, contraction.
Mhm. Here's what, you want my feedback?
Yes, please.
Yes, peaceful from, I say we were peaceful, and then that is not true statement. Broke peaceful and created a fight, which is not peaceful. As I
Yeah,
observe
and
it.
I see how it was taken that way.
Yeah, and then to stand in it, stand in it, stand
Yep.
in it. As Allison, and Allison is, no, I'm not gonna do it. You were taking her, here's my interpretation of it. You were taking her out of her peacefulness. She said, I'm not gonna have it anymore. Crazy, right? Our intentions are there and it went the other way.
Yeah, but she wasn't in her peacefulness.
May not have been,
She was in a story.
maybe. So are you. So was I. So was Nikki. We were all in our story.
But there was only one story being communicated. And that one didn't have peacefulness in it.
Again, your story. What is peace? What is peaceful?
It's an energy that we recognize.
Okay. And the energy is connected to some meaning, which is connected some ways that we would feel it, sense it, know the stories that run through it. Peaceful would be void of fight in one version, void of resistance. less resistance, and there's always degrees of it, but they're one end, it's one end versus the other end. So what's opposite of peaceful?
Yeah, but peaceful isn't on the scale. It isn't on the spectrum.
It always is. We're in 3D.
That's my point. Peaceful isn't 3D.
Is it the only one that's not 3D?
Nope.
What are, give me a few other ones then.
Love is there. Truth is there. Compassion is there.
Do all of those have opposites?
In 3D thinking, we label them that way.
How else would we know if we have it or not?
Because it's not known in space-time space. They're other dimensional. They're absolutes of wonder.
Perfect. Except that they are expansion.
Yeah.
All degrees of expansion. And everyone has different degrees of their expansion. And very few of us are aware of our expansive thinking and speaking and listening. And most of us, for most of the time, until we are aware of it, are limited, contracted, and negative. That's the journey. That's the guide. That's the bridge, is to go from that limited to the expansive. That's all I'm here to help people do. After that, people can go do whatever they want. That's the truth of it. Because there's no other reality than just our own, right? I mean, if there was any other truth, it would only be that. Who am I to judge someone else's truth?
So what are we calling someone else's truth?
Whatever they say. It's what they said, right? Unless people blatantly want to lie out loud, I don't say we have that here. So true. That's the importance of the words people use, because it is their truth until they learn to adjust it. And then to capital T, which what you've said is that an expansive expression? Because if it's an expansive expression, then that's in the direction of truth. Doesn't mean that it is the capital T truth, because I don't think we get there here. I think it's always a journey. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, I hear that.
And just because I have to hear it in people's voices. That's where I can validate the energy. And sometimes I can't right out of the gate, right? I'll listen for it 2 or 3 times. Okay. I do that with myself, right? If it pops in 3 or 4 times, 2 or 3, it's like I'm aware of it. Okay, something's here for that. It's a practice, more practice, more practice. But it's also called living, like life. Living is practice.
Yeah, and learning to hear your own voice and your own energy.
Your own resistance.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, it's true awareness. What is my intention? What is my role? Because we're always playing one. It's just we're not always aware. And natural leaders always want to lead. Toughest part is being a follower. But it's where the leaders gain the most power.
Yeah, and where they learn the most.
Yep. Yeah, that is power. Much better, more powerful word. But a leader can't hear that one, right?
Yeah,
They like
exactly.
Power. They like power. All different ones. I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee, say hi to my mom, and then I'll be back out.
Okay. So a little personal commentary here. One of the primary reasons that I love coming to these sessions every morning is because I really enjoy occupying a space of expansion that that basically expands right from square one. And I really don't like it when that spirit of expansion gets threatened or collapsed even. And the space gets taken up by heaviness. I guess that's where the statement about once you know something, you can't unknow it. You can't take it back. Same thing's true with experience. Once you've experienced something, you can't put that genie back in the bottle.
Nope, you sure can't.
It's already out there. So
That's the experience. That's the power of the experience that we want others to experience. We want so bad for that. We want so bad for them to see it our way.
No, we want so badly for them to see what I see.
Now, I don't see the difference between the two. That's what I thought I said.
Yeah.
You said no.
Oh.
You fought me.
Oh, interesting.
You're good at it.
There's a pretty good pattern there too.
I'm just making you aware of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Others are aware of it.
Yeah. What I meant is that you didn't hear what I meant.
But I did. Just different words. They mean the same thing. They're just your words versus my words. And if you want me to use your words, that's different. That's not equal.
Okay.
But the intention, was it expanding? Were they both expanding? Were they both going in the direction they were? Until you said no. That broke it.
Oh my.
That's not peaceful from my playbook. Sometimes we have to say no, but there's not very many times, because a creator can always find a yes, that is how that is how it means, different degrees of it. And I do give you that you said it better than I did. Yes. You amplified my version of it, which is what we do with each other.
Right.
But as soon as you say no, you took away anything. You said no, you took away any validation. You took away my meaning and said, no, here's mine. We basically are saying yours isn't valid when we say that. We don't mean it. It's not our intention. You, as the creator, it's your job to find the link, not everyone else's.
Yeah.
That's what people, when we're aware, that's what we're doing, is creating the link. How can I connect this? And when I connect it, I might as well aim to make it better than what I got. Because the other one saying, no, mine's better than yours. Ooh. That's pretty dark.
Thank you for unpacking this, Jesse.
Yeah, thank you. Nice. It helps with peacefulness.
Well, and it's also fruitful.
Yeah. All unpacking is.
Yeah.
And it's more practice.
Morning.
And it serves where people are, where they're going if they haven't already got there. And it's like that's the importance of intention. Uh, Not as good of words, standards, guidelines, rules. Just they're good words. It's just the meanings, the energy that we connect because of the meaning to the words. So because the words have no charge in them. The words are chargeless. We've attached the charge to them in the meaning of how we've oriented and related to them. Roles are the same way, right? That's the power of meaning, best I can tell. That's why I love asking them, what does that mean? Because two things. I know what I know, right? I know the meaning that I know, and I'm excited. I'm curious to have someone else make mine better.
Yeah, I am too.
And my standard is to always take something and make it better. Otherwise, we're wasting time. Otherwise, I've wasted their time. That's just
See,
my.
what's interesting is I got caught in that loop today.
I don't know what that loop means. If you wouldn't mind expanding, just so
Well,
that would be.
yeah. Well, you said I want to make it better, or I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Mhm.
Okay, I felt like I was wasting my time.
Now, beautiful. You missed like how I said with it, was it's my choice to make it mine.
Yeah,
It's always yours. Now, the intention is say my intention can always be, damn it, this is a waste of my time. Well, who's responsible for your time?
What makes it my time?
Uh, But in comparison, it's always in a comparison.
Okay, I'll rephrase the question. Whose time is it?
Well, what makes it your time is that it's your time. That you have a choice in this time or to do something else. Now, it's not the time that it is, it's what you do with the time. Now, because we could say none of this is our time. We could say it's always our time. And to me, that's more of a philosophical exploration. What I'm saying is that I have a choice that what someone says improves what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, or I say they don't. Those are the two things you can choose to do with your time. Every moment. One will work out, one won't, no matter where you go. Because people do the other one. They say, oh, no one's improving, like I'm not getting it from here. And so they keep looking for other places to do it without realizing it's their responsibility to take what's said and improve their own. One's curiosity, one isn't. Curiosity will always get ahead or win or be better or whatever word you want to put into it. It will compound, it will amplify, it will expand. Curiosity does that. And curiosity is only my curiosity. I'm the only one that control curiosity. My curiosity is the only one that matters. But that goes for every other individual from my playbook, that at best I can tell. Universal law, if you will. And I'm open for a much better one to improve that. So that's what time in that question means for me. What do I choose to do with it? So in the question, whose time is it anyway? What did that do anything? Did that spark anything? Or was it a waste of your time?
Oh, it sparked something, all right.
Is it worth sharing?
Yeah, it's that whole ownership thing.
That's a powerful awareness and lesson, and that ownership one.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you mean it.
Well, I came into the session today with a sense of investing time. And it turned out to be my time. So and I got to a place where I was just going, wow, do I want to use my time to experience this?
Mm-hmm.
And
Perfect. Now, good. Now I want to know where you're going, but this is a very good, that's a wonderful point to be.
Yes.
A great question, right? It's like, that is such good awareness, right? Awareness. That was one of the words. Awareness.
Yep.
Now, were they doing it to your time, or were you doing it to your time? Wasting it.
Yeah, it isn't about the time anymore.
Okay. How about the investment then? Is it the investment then? And or maybe you say like, oh, I've had a breakthrough through it. I don't need to let go there. Not like I'm coaching with it. I'm just kind of wondering. I'm curious.
Yeah, because that's the that's the construct around it. The thing that it's my time and I'm investing it, and I want a certain experience out of the time that I invest.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's perfect. Those are great intentions.
Well, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not even implying that there is anything wrong with that. However, what I experienced was not the energy I love, or not the life I love, if you want to get into other language about it. So my knee-jerk reaction was to reject the experience.
Now, perfect. Now here's what I'm seeing from that point of view, and it's common. Not don't take it. There's nothing in this, but it's we tend to give our power away that way.
Yep.
Meaning, oh, I can't. If I'm going to choose to stay here, I can't make it the way I want it. I can't have what I want.
Yeah. So you remember earlier I mentioned that I was focused on on projecting peacefulness energy into the space.
Mhm.
And yeah, that wasn't fruitful.
Hmm.
Or maybe it was.
Yeah, and I was going to say the same thing. I'm glad you had
Maybe I
said it,
didn't.
not
Maybe
me.
I didn't see it. You know what I mean?
Right. Good. Look at it. Well, damn it. That's that's the hardest thing with this. It's like, we'll never really know.
Maybe it showed up, but not in a way that I had seen before.
Mhm.
Or yeah, it showed up in an unfamiliar way that I didn't recognize.
You and I are still choosing to work it.
Yeah, yeah,
Others are too. I'm not like there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. It's just the fact of the matter that's it's still continuing. And others are taking it and continuing it in their way.
yeah. So now I'm beginning to comprehend. The Bible uses the term "redeem the time."
Redeem the time. Redeem each is almost like take back. Is that what I would
Yeah,
hold redeem is like to take back? I don't like that energy, but
okay. Can I expand on that further?
please.
It's take a look back and find the value in the time that you took,
There you go.
the value in the experience,
Yes.
because you couldn't see it when you were in it.
We of course. God, that is such a tough lesson, that one.
Well, yeah, that's like one of the real foundational ones.
Yeah. If I were to say it in my words today, would be in the reflection of what the feedback was, which is what we did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we unpacked it. We looked at it. We unpacked it without judgment. See, that's the difference. Right. That's the difference. So many people look backwards, use reflection, and they judge it.
Yeah.
Anything that's judged is limiting, is a contraction, takes away from any contracting word, whether you want to look at peaceful, love, compassion, power, truth, joy. The list I'm sure goes on, but those are the only ones that come to my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And just in that, it's like funny is how I relate to redeem time. Redeem. So when I think of that, like I said, it says it's like to take it back. Right?
Yeah.
It was like, so that was you added to it, knowing where I said I don't like my interpretation of it. It's not that I don't like the words you said, I don't like my interpretation of it.
Yeah.
See, I think that's where we get the confusion. We, as all human beings, will get confused with, I don't like what they said, when all it is they don't like their meaning they've made up of it.
Yeah.
But it's so difficult for us to accept we're wrong or look at our meaning that's off. That's as simple as it is. Why? Because we take it so damn personal. Which by good reason, because it's been full of judgment and punishment and harshness. You know, that's what survival is all about. But when you really think of the mechanic of it, there's so much power in just saying like, oh, that's what I've made up about it. Craig, can you help me make it better?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Oh,
the risk of
that's
individual.
yeah.
It's kind of a byproduct.
And it's so much, there's more
Potential that you can get
fun.
lost in.
Yeah. And there's more fun playing that way than trying to defend your rightness or my rightness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for sure, like when I learned the word redeem, I was probably in 4th grade, maybe 5th.
Yeah.
And I don't use it very often, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You probably heard it from a pulpit a number of times
Yeah, right.
before that.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, I just love the simplicity of it, right? It's just what we've attached the meaning of the words to be.
Yeah.
And the underlying current, right? The underlying culture, the proving, if you will, like the to be right. Like we have to have the right answer. We have to know what we're talking about. Where in reality, that was just the structure that we were taught.
Yeah.
That's just not the truth. It actually takes away from life, from living. Having to have the right answer, right? Or having to be right, having to know everything. Informational learning, like you've spoken about, as one of the ways, which is in our society, the dominant way.
Yep.
Well, Craig, great
Wow,
morning.
what a
Thank
gift.
you.
Yeah, what a gift to be able to unpack all this. Wow.
Yeah, been a good one.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
appreciate you. I honor
So,
you. I honor your time. I honor your wisdom. I honor your experience and your journey and the impact that you've had on my life. Now, many days I had to shown up alone here. I wouldn't be doing it.
yeah. Thank you.
It wouldn't have continued. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And just see how much learning we would have missed out on.
Yeah.
For whatever that's worth. It's important to me.
Yeah. Well, it's really important to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it may have it may have been selfish of me to want to jump into that right away.
Maybe, right? It's like, oh, it's the could. What would I do next time, right? That's the learning.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? It's like, it is what it is. That's the beauty of it. It is what it
Yep.
is. It was what it was.
Yep.
Perfect. Just feedback. But it'll be, you will be better with it the next time, which is great for whatever reason,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just makes it that much. You're practicing. That was your word. More practice.
Yeah.
More
Honor what is.
practice. Yeah. So I honor your practice.
Well, this is a whole new way of being for me anyway.
Mhm. Me too, and many, many others to follow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just expect you to get it right the first time, Craig.
Yeah. I expect me to get it right the first time.
There you go. I do too, but I mean, geez, it's like that. How ridiculous is that?
Oh man. Yeah. A whole new way of being.
Yes, it is. Man,
Those
cheers to that way of being.
Yeah, those absolutes of wonder that I was talking about. That's those. It's being those. It's being love, being creativity, being truth,
Yes.
and having a hell of a lot of fun learning how to be that.
Yeah. Even so that when you can't, you realize it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So true.
Mm.
Well, Craig, have a great rest of your day.
I will. Thank you so much, Jesse.
Thank you.
Oh man, I really love you, man.
Likewise.
Oh man, you're such a blessing to me.
Yeah. Together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Together. Lessons we're learning together, my man.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. One of these days I'll share because I got your prime gifts numbers. One of these days I'm going to share with you what the meaning that came out of that for me to share with you. So
awesome. I look forward to it.
Yeah. It's quite astounding actually. The themes really dovetail with me. So it's like, yeah. It's quite astounding.
Give me 10 minutes and do it today.
You want to do it today?
If you can give me like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, I'm just going to deliver some coffee. I'll be back. Let me make sure it's going to work. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I thought I'd have some time, but I don't.
Okay, we can do it another time.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
That's okay.
Well,
We've
Craig.
got a lot to contemplate on already.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. No, good. We'll find another time. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
be traveling again Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
So if you will facilitate, that would be amazing. If you'd like that.
Yeah. You guys stop in Salt Lake City or Las Vegas or somewhere?
Yes, in between there. Usually depending on how far we go the first night. And really, if we get out of Salt Lake City, the only real good stop after that is St. George or Mesquite. So
Yeah.
it makes for a
Yeah.
long day. So usually right at the end of down there by Spanish Fork, which is the end of Salt Lake, is where we'll probably rest it.
Yeah. I just love that highway. It's like I have a
I hate
lot of good
Utah. I
memories on
hate
it.
driving through Utah for whatever reason. I just not a fan of Utah driving through.
Yeah. Well, if you do it at the right time of day, the scenery is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I actually one time I was at a conference in Las Vegas and I had to fly to Calgary. And so the best I could do is get a milk run from Las Vegas to Salt Lake City. And really cool. It actually landed in St. George and Cedar City.
Yeah.
Both of them. And it was at about 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And holy crap, the scenery from the air was just unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
I bet. Especially
Yeah.
being able to see it that low. There's some amazing colored rocks through there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was spectacular. So anyway, like I know in one point I was kind of swearing about having to take the milk run, but holy crap, was that valuable.
Right.
So it's like,
Reflection.
yeah, exactly.
Well, we redeemed time. Right?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Craig.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, have a great day.